What do you want to do?
That's where I'm at. I don't know.
I put a gun in your face right now and said I'm going to kill you if you don't tell me what you want to do.
I like this game.
I might die.
If you tell me that,
Too many things.
man.
That's you're already dead.
Yeah, I am. I don't even have an answer for you. I didn't even realize this until recently, where I was thinking like, oh, you know, I'm like winning in business or like whatever. I'm doing things. I just turned my company around when we were like dying for the last 3 years. Felt great, but like I was telling my wife, like I was like, even if I get first place in this, it doesn't feel like I won anything. I don't care. Like I'm doing work. Maybe the best example is like when you told your story about Nike. Like you're in this place and you're around this thing. You're doing well. People are like, wow, you're with Nike, right? And but you're like, that's not me. That's not what I want to do. Mm-hmm. I think I've gone so far off my path and my original mission that I had just no longer matters to me. So when we started doing comedy and when we started doing YouTube, it was like, yo, let's revolutionize Asian American comedy and carve something out in our space. And we did that, and I think maybe around 2016 to 17, we put a good stamp. And then after that, everything became kind of like, this is fun to do with the guys, and I like the lifestyle around it. And even like my business in Hawaii, I like the lifestyle around it. But there's really no heart at this moment where even if I crushed it, I don't feel like I crushed it. It just doesn't matter.
So you're not passionate about what you're doing.
Exactly. I'm doing things and then people are like, hey, good job. And I'm like, I don't care.
So it's so funny you say that because that's where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
Because like the last thing I was consulting on, it was like I was working for this tactical company and they're like, oh, yeah, we do these bulletproof backpacks for kids, which is so sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is super sad.
Super sad.
What a concept.
There's a market for it. That's crazy.
Huge market. So it'll stop like a 224 or a 9mm round, because that's most of, active shooters will come in and that's basically what they're going to shoot.
You could put a SAPI plate in the back, right?
It's just like a soft armor plate.
That's so crazy.
And you can hold it up, and if a kid's running, he'll get shot in the back and it'll kill him. And but as I was working on it, they go, well, that's a really good idea. I call them gravy seals.
Gravy seals? What does that mean?
Gravy seals are people who are super into tactical, but they're not you. They didn't actually serve.
Oh, I see.
So they're gravy seals, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
There's a lot of those.
What?
So many. It was like
Gravy seals.
they're gonna try and be the they're trying to be like Rambo. They're behind their thing, and I'm like, dude, just the guy who's overweight, talk to him, get him prepared. But you're talking to Navy SEALs, and you're a Gravy SEAL. Like those guys have seen it all. Like I have really gnarly friends who are not to be trifled with. Like they've seen it, right? And so talking to them, they don't want to hear it. They know that you don't know. So my point being was, is they had this bulletproof backpack, and I'm like, well, how are you marketing it? And I just said, do this. So I told them what to do, and they went from selling 8 backpacks a week to 80 backpacks a day.
Wow, nice. Shit, that's hella good.
So I'm like, a mom could do it this way. If their kids are in the car, if there's an active shooting or somebody's by, they can put it against the window so they don't get bullets coming through the windows. Think about how you tell stories. So what's interesting for me with you, Joe, is you're a very good storyteller, but it seems like you've wrote a bunch of short stories and you haven't really dug into writing a novel.
Nailed it. I think there's like a masterpiece that I want to work on. Don't even know what the story is.
But so when I look at that, so right now it's like all this stuff I was working on, and it was like I got called up from one of my friends. Dude, we want to bring you on, blah blah blah. We want you to run the whole West Coast division of this company. I'm like, okay, blah blah blah. And then the terrorists happen. Like, oh, we can't hire you. I'm like, all right, whatever. And then I have another friend who does REDI, ready first aid kits. They're awesome, unbelievable. Let's do that. terrorists. Like with the guy, my friend, really, his name's Josh Walker. He has a company called 1620, and they do all American-made workwear. And he has a thing called Burn helmets. They're snowboard helmets and e-bike helmets, but the biggest market for e-bikes is on the West Coast. And so, but everything's getting screwed by tariffs. But then I looked at it, I'm like, with American Traditional, I was like, I just want to do something that creates a movement, right? So if you're looking at what you're doing, it's like, how do you create something that it's like you have all the success? What are you going to do that's going to platform other people to see them have success? I think that's where you have to look.
Yeah. I think what I miss in what we had is we had a vision for a movement, a cultural movement. There was a lot of heart in getting that going.
I'm going to stop you right now because you still have it. And what you have, I don't care what you do in life, I don't care what it is, eventually it becomes work. And eventually it becomes a job. I've been married 35 years. People ask me what my success is in marriage, is I always have to wake up and want to put more tracks on the roller coaster. Because it's super easy to get bored. And so you're going, oh, it's this, that, and the other. You still have it. You're just bored with it. And and once you're bored with it, it's like, if I took it away from you right now, 6 months later, you'd be like, damn, dude, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It becomes work.
Any
band, like, why do bands break up? Why? Because like, oh, I don't want to tour with those guys anymore. I want to do my way. I want to write my own song. Why there's so many freshman bands is because when they have huge success, they go, oh, I want to be like Metallica. Well, nobody wants to. They already have Metallica.
Yeah.
They don't want to hear your band be Metallica. So you have to figure out how you guys are going to put fresh tracks on the tread. Because it's like, sure, it's you're doing it all at the same time. It's just like you get bored. And once you get bored, that's not on you.
Yeah.
That's on everyone. That's like sitting down and going, okay, how do we freshen this up? What do we do this different? And like, I think this was you originally, Bart, when you changed the studio and everyone got bummed.
Oh, when we moved the JustKiddingNews over there.
Yeah, remember that? He called me up like, dude, we changed it. Everyone's bummed.
Yeah.
Like, everyone's super bummed out. And I'm like, because people don't like change. I've been married 35 years. I've lived in 10 different houses. Because my wife's, I'm like, oh my gosh, how much equity do we have? We're selling this thing. She's like, dude, are you serious?
That's him.
Yeah, I don't care how much money I've made and everything else. The most money I've ever made is selling houses. Because you're just like,
Real estate.
It's like, but I don't want to go buy a bunch of houses. So it's like, I make my house the way I want my house to be, and then I sell it and build something new. But it's still who I am.
Yeah.
So you have to like, that's why people get divorced. That's why people struggle, is because it's like, oh, this, that, and the other. It's like, we all love certain things because they're awesome. Like, people forget that Johnny Cash, so Johnny Cash's granddaughter worked for me at my record label forever, Kate McCall. Amazing human. And I was super jealous because Jordy got a pair of Johnny Cash's cowboy boots and I didn't. But she made her grandfather's documentary. At one point, before Rick Rubin sat down with Johnny Cash and made that record, Johnny Cash was playing like tiny little clubs, right? Because everyone had forgotten. And then they went, oh shoot, this is Johnny Cash. And he was like, before he died, he was gigantic again, right? You have to look at it and go, just because you're bored with it, that's on you.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating back to 2019.
Support the channel's growth and new ideas.
And tap into the closer community by joining our Discord.
Come chat with me inside, and then you can say funny things to me.
And get the opportunity to suggest new video ideas. Come join our Patreon. Thank you.
Link is in the description box below.
Is this where you want it to be? Or do you have another level where it can go? Right?
Yeah.
It's like, where can it go? Why aren't you guys the Joe Rogan in the Asian community? Or maybe you are, and I don't know.
That's true. Because I think one time I was like, man, Trump should be on our show too. But at that time, I don't think we were that big. So it's like,
What does that matter? Why is that unattainable?
we got Tulsi.
But my point being is like, you got Tulsi, and then do you have Tulsi's phone number?
Bart does.
You go to Tulsi and you go, hey, what did I say when I first got here? Like, people trip out that I know Bart, right? They're like, dude, how are you plugged into the Asian? Because it's a tight-knit community, right? One of the things is like, with hardworking gentlemen, the first thing I said, we got to get Bart Kwan. And I go, why? I go, Asians have tight hair.
Asians have tight hair.
Am I wrong?
No, Asians have good hair, good face.
Yeah, good hair genetics.
Good hair. They have good hair, right? Mexicans got good hair. We got lots of hair. And then it's like, the hardest market to crack is that community. So if you look at it, who are the most, right now, racially oppressed people in the United States, in the Asian community? Why? Because you're educated, you come from strong families, you have a great work ethic, you are entrepreneurial, and you don't deserve a handout.
Yeah, and
Right.
when we get attacked, the news doesn't cover us because it's not a good story.
Well, Chicanos get attacked all the time, right?
Yeah.
But you know why they don't say anything? My dad, when I get in trouble with the police, my dad would be like, why are the police talking to you? Not like, it was like, why are the cops talking to you? Mm-hmm. What did you do wrong?
Yeah.
It's like, the police should never talk to you. You should be tight. Right? So if you look at that, there's a statement that you can make, and there's things that you guys could be doing that where it goes back to is like, we do all these cool things, but we're not getting any love. Right? You're not getting any love because it's like, oh, well, they're smart, or they're this, or they're that, or they have this. They get all the breaks, and they get these. I mean, who gets wedged out of colleges more than anybody right now? The Asian community.
Yep. And we're here to prove them all wrong. That we're bad at math. We're fucking stupid. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you think about it, it's like there's an old movie called The Wanderers. Do you guys remember the movie The Wanderers? Watch it. It's so hilarious. But anyone who's Asian, whoa, everyone knows karate.
In that movie?
Yeah, but it was the Wanderers, and there was a gang called the Wongs. It was like, don't F with the Wongs. They can kill you in different ways. Like, my granddaughter has a joke. She goes, Grandpa, what did ninjas drink? And she's all, what?
What?
So you have to look at, like, how are you, like, it goes back to, like, Blink-182.
Yeah.
I had the disaster with Blink-182. It wasn't a disaster. It made us a multi-million-dollar business, but then it was going to backfire. What do? Do I go, oh, I need to find the next Blink-182? No, I needed to pivot. Yeah. I needed to go, okay, I'm going to do Essence of Surf. Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm going to pivot this way. That's work.
Yeah.
How do you challenge? The most important, like, every morning I wake up and I go, how do I challenge myself?
Yeah.
That's the hard part.
Yep.
Because it gets easy. Like, you get mailbox money. But what's at a certain point, does anyone in this room have FU money? I don't think so.
I threw it all away.
You never had FU money.
No, not like that. Not like that.
So that's my soapbox moment to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, thank you. It's very true, but it's one of those things where it's like it's right under your nose.
Jack Johnson, perfect example. He said, I'm not going to do this. Yeah. I'm going to go back. I'm going to make and he did it. Once he got discovered, he does it on his own. He can do whatever he wants. Mm. Right? Joe Rogan was doing that for fun. Mm-hmm. Like, all these people who are doing stuff, it's like, obviously, if you're going to do it for money, don't do it.
Yeah.
No longevity.
Well, it's just money can't fix it. So Fieldy, Kwan, his dad got cancer. Biggest band in the world. He's like, Kwan. Got all the money in the world. My dad's not going to die. I can pay for him to be fixed. Guess what? Didn't save his dad's life. You know what saved his dad's life? His dad accepting Christ before he died. Mm-hmm. And Fieldy's like, dang, dude. Right? It's like, you have to look at, like, if I was just listening to on the Sean Ryan, the Tim Tebow podcast. Dude, that Tim Tebow is a gangster.
He's mad.
He's gnarly, dude. Like, I was blown away. Like,
He's trying to stop like the child predators and stuff.
yeah, but like one of the things he had said, which blew my mind, is like when people go, "Oh, I don't want to know about it. I don't want to see that." He goes, "It makes me think of my daughter." He goes, "Well, who's thinking about that girl? Who's thinking about those kids?" Right? So everything that I try to do now is to make sure that it has impact. Because impact's where we're worth way more money than anything in the world. Like Steve Caballero's documentary is dropping, and he was just in New York signing all these skateboards. And he's Bones Brigade, right? He's the guy. And he's like, dude, I'm really excited. He goes because my documentary ends on my spiritual walk. And he goes, every time I try to share with Stacy, God, there's like, Heisman, like they don't want to know. And it's like, what would you do right now that you could think of that has nothing to do with money but has impact?
I just want to pay my bills. I think that's what's fucking my head up. It's really like,
What did I say when I died?
yeah.
Was anything there?
No, there's no, nothing was with you. So you got that reset.
So it's like, so pay your bills. What do your bills look like? And if whatever your bills look like, what do you need? Like, it's like when I said, no one needs a new clothing company. They want a new story. What's your new story? What's the story that makes Joe excited? What's my story? And how do I get people to believe in my story? That's what gets exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, more questions.
That's a good lunch, I'll tell you that.
Best lunch we've had in a while.
Yeah.